Hey guys, this is Jerry Green here. I want to talk to you about acquisitions today, and I want to talk to you about the virtual side of things. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is people doing the virtual acquisitions business is what they do is they do something in the way of what I call simply sending contracts. And you go, well, you have to send a contract because how is somebody going to get that contract? Guys, look, if you're sending contracts to people, what you're doing is you're inviting them to open that contract up virtually and then pause and just take a look at it at their leisure and basically put the pause button on executing that agreement. Now think about that. If somebody sends you an agreement virtually, what that does, it's just an invite to just hold off and put the pause button on that. There's no urgency to that. And what you're not doing is you're not fulfilling really the sales process on things, okay? Because anybody can send a contract. So I always tell my team, do not send contracts. I always tell my students, do not send contracts. What we have to look at doing, guys, is basically, think about this, is the proper way to do it is recreate the moment, just like if you were meeting with them personally, you do the same thing virtually. So what we do is we invite them to basically do a review of the process. So think about that. So now, let's just say we're comparing this a little bit. So if I have somebody that, one investor is just sending contracts, send a contract, waiting for the seller to send it back, and then you get into a follow-up game and it becomes a nightmare. Versus what I do and my team and my students do is we turn around and we don't send the contract. What we do is we invite you to come in and start the process. And then the contract basically in the seller's mind does not exist until you review that with them in the moment. And then it's just a flow through of the process of completing that agreement. It's not sending a contract, it's just flowing through the process. And the contract, or should say agreement, I like to say, is just part of that process, guys. Change that and watch how your conversions change and watch how many more agreements you get back in very quickly because you're not letting them set out there. This is a big tip and I hope you use it because it'll change your game when it comes to the virtual acquisitions. We'll talk to you later.